Victor Oladipo surprised a lot of people this year with his emergence as a very efficient 20-plus point scorer, a leader of a playoff team, an All-NBA player, and an All-Star. That surprised many people after his struggles in the first 4 years of his career. But, okay, I don't want to be this guy, but here's the thing. I wasn't. Okay, I sure as hell don't want to come off as trying to brag for calling it, because I'm not the only one. Legend of Winning is an example of someone who said that Oladipo would win Most Improved Player this season. I said in a video that only 1,000 people watched that Oladipo would average 20 and 5 this season. But this isn't about making predictions, because I've had plenty of awful predictions in the past, which is something that we will likely go over in my collab with the NBA Storyteller on his channel. But I would like to talk about why Oladipo playing the way that he did last season didn't surprise me, and why it shouldn't have surprised you, because Oladipo had this in him the whole time. You just had to look for it. And this potential starts all the way back in the 2013 NBA draft.
With the second pick in the 2013 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Victor Oladipo of Indiana University.
The biggest travesty of Oladipo's early career was being drafted by the Orlando Magic, the team known for its inability to develop talent, which was particularly bad for Oladipo, who came into the league as a project on the offensive end. He was praised for his defense coming into the NBA and his hustle, effort, and athleticism, but the jumper was questionable and he didn't have the handle or passing ability to be a lead guard. So naturally, the Orlando Magic, known for their historically good decision making, decided to play him at point guard. He struggled in that position as a rookie, averaging 4 assists as a point guard, but he also averaged 3.2 turnover, and he shot 42% from the field. He was in a bad position from the get-go. In his second year, they finally played him in his actual position, had him handle less and play off-ball more. He bumped up his scoring average by 4.1 points per game, kept the same amount of assists while reducing turnovers by half a turnover a game. He shot 1.7% better from the field despite more attempts, and improved his three-point percentage despite more attempts. This was a big improvement, and it was nice to see. Then comes year 3, where they fucking benched him for 20 games, reduced his minutes, and stunted his growth. And after that genius decision, they then traded him to the OKC Thunder for fucking Serge Ibaka. Now, from Orlando's standpoint, that was absurd, but this video is about Oladipo, not the terrible decisions of the Orlando Magic. So he gets traded to OKC, who, after Durant left that offseason, were led by Russell Westbrook. Oladipo's new role was to be a spot-up shooter, which I can already tell you why that's off. His points per game stayed about the same as his third season. He had a career low in assists. He would notably fade in and out of games, and because all eyes were on Westbrook that season, everyone basically forgot about Oladipo. I'll even admit that I kinda gave up on him that season, knowing he was in a bad situation with seemingly no escape on a 5-year contract, but luckily for him, and luckily for the Indiana Pacers, the Paul George trade happened. The Thunder got a guy who played off of Westbrook way better than Oladipo, and the Pacers got a younger player to build around. Oladipo was in the situation where he could be first option in his prime. But everything was not entirely to blame on the Thunder and the terrible decision making of the Magic, and Oladipo knew this. All of these momentum-destroying things in Oladipo's career led to a lack of motivation, but in a new situation with a new contract there came new opportunity. Oladipo looked at all of this and decided to work his ass off because of it. He went from below average shape by NBA standards to fantastic shape in less than a month. He became a lot faster and a lot stronger. He also vastly improved his basketball abilities. His shooting went from average to elite. Last season, Oladipo had a career high in field goal percentage and three-point percentage, while beating his career high in points from his second season by 5.2 points. He also improved his ball handling drastically. He worked his ass off to the point that he was a more efficient player with more shots and more pressure. But here's why that improvement shouldn't have surprised you. Oladipo has been dealt a shit hand for most of his career, and that was pretty clear. But we all knew that he had the potential. Too many people gave up on that potential when he underperformed, when that underperformance was mostly due to factors outside of his control. If you had kept up with his career, you would not have been surprised by how good Oladipo was last season. And I already know that I'm not going to be surprised by how great he is next season. That's the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content like this, and cue the outro music.
I dare you play your cards, boy, you bet I'm a trendsetter too. Fire when the strong hits you.
That's it, Brian?